Hey USG, welcome back. We are seed starting again. It's going to be a lot of these coming out of the channel. What can I say? 'Tis the season and we are done with Christmas. It is garden season, and this is the second round of seeds. We are doing the mostly perennial flowers. We are sprinkling some annual flowers just because I want them to be nice and strong before we put them out, and or they are cool, cold. I'm throwing cold in there, but mainly cool, loving weather flowers. So we have a lot to get through. Some seeds are on the older side. Those are mainly the ones that are right here in the front. Those are our Lysianthus. I might be a little, what do you call it, late on those. I've heard some people that may even start those on Thanksgiving. So who knows? It's a gamble for me every year. I think I've been starting those for like 3 seasons already with minimal luck, with none of them really making it outside, and if they do, they get trampled, chopped, chomped. Who knows what the story is at this point? I don't remember. But the same thing happens to my Rebecca's. I managed to get one outside last year, and my husband was weeding and he weed whacked the daylight out of it, and I was so upset. And it had a label on it, but whatever, I digress. So we are here. I am extremely tired. We are doing housework, and I think my husband wants to do some yard work as well. So it's been a long day, but here we are. So I have one tray over here that is ready with 24 cells, and I have another 2 here that I'm most likely going to prepare. My medium is over here. This has been already set up. I'm using Bacto. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. I'm not butchering it. And what is it? Back to Roots. It's a peat moss and or a cocoa core like compressed block that I had purchased in the ending of the season of 2025, so I can pot in some peppers that I have been overwintering. I've had a 50-50 success with those, but that's not what this video is about. So that's what's in there. I mixed in some perlite just to give it some aeration, because obviously the Bacto had a little bit of perlite but minimal, and the Back to Root, I don't want to say, or Beard Root, I forgot what it's called, has none. So I mixed in some perlite. I also emptied out some bone meal and blood meal into it just because I wanted to get rid of the bag. It had barely nothing, maybe 1 handful in each bag. You don't have to do that. That's something I chose to do because I had it there and I wanted to get rid of it. The seeds don't need anything to get started, and obviously the blood meal and the bone meal is not going to be ready available to it anyway. Anywho's, wanted to get all of that out just to let you know what I did and why the soil looks the way it does. It's already pre-moistened. I boiled the crap out of that soil just to, you know, hopefully prevent fungus gnats in case if there's anything in there. The Bacto is potting mix, and I did remove some clumps out of it, meaning some like tree barks and stuff like that. It was very minimal. Listen, you can go with seed starting mix. I have gone with that. I have grown with many. This is probably the last time I will say this, hopefully. I don't know, because I won't remember what I'm saying in this video towards the next. But I have grown in many mediums before, and I still get fungus gnats. It is what it is. I will use mosquito bits if needed, soaked in water, and then just water it to hopefully take care of the situation, and use sticky traps if I happen to so get them. But I boil the crap out of my soil. That trick I have gotten from Gary at the Rusted Garden. I love that guy. I've been watching him since day one. So that's what I did, hopefully to try and prevent it. But I think the inevitable, it is what it is. So moving forward, we have a bunch of these photo canisters. Everybody in YouTube has them, and that's what I hold my seed, envelopes in, and they are full to the brim. These 4 of them are just Lysianthus. Like I said, these are from Johnny Seeds, and these were stated for 2024. So we'll see if any of those come up. These are going to be, again, another experiment. They're an experiment every year. Over here, we're going to go through what's in here. We have some tags here. We have to go through these tags to see if I still have the label to what is in here. If not, we're going to be relabeling. I have labels ready and available behind me with my garden marker. I already went through what this is. The soil blocker is probably most likely, this is the micro, is going to be for the Lizzies because they are so tiny. We have oh my God, the little atomizer, so we can atomize these guys once we put them in. Some of these things need to be surface zone and or a 1/4 inch, and this is what we use just to make sure that they have good contact. So let's turn you guys around so we can show you what we will be growing once it comes to perennials and or cool weather flowers. To start right now, today is June 8th to stamp, right? Yes, to stamp this video. And from there we'll rock and roll. If I don't get to finish today, I will definitely most likely finish either tomorrow and or Saturday. All right, so once it comes to Lysianthus, I don't know if I'm going to be growing all of them, to be honest. I really actually like the pinks, my husband likes the lavenders, the whites. I don't know, sometimes they can get or look a little dusty. That's the experience that I've had with growing like anything white outside, whether it's a rose, zinnia, or anything like that, if it does come to fruition. So I kind of try to stay away from those. So we will see. But once it comes to a Lysianthus, I don't know. At this point, I just put them all out there and just gamble. So if I have the space, I mean, I am going to probably, I am going to be putting them in a soil block. So this does 25 micros. I don't have 25 of these. So probably one of these is going to be enough to, it's going to be enough to, sow at least one of every single one of these. So what I have here is, I think is Arena 3 Gold, and these are pelleted seeds. So because they are so tiny, they have to pellet them, and I think that it's a clay, if I'm not mistaken. I usually open these more nicely, but I'm pretty much done with what the day is, and I've been working all day with soil, so my fingers are really dirty. So hopefully you can see them. Here, I'm trying not to take them out, but I guess I'm gonna have to. There you go. Ooh, I lost some. Let's see, they're in my ring. All right, so that's what the Lizzies look like. They are pelleted seeds, and the pellet is like the clay, so you can sow them easier, and it just dissolves once the water, hits it. So that's that one. We have Voyage to Yellow. And these are all from Johnny's. I can't pronounce this one, but again, this is a white. We have Arena 3 Apricot. And I fell in love with these. So did my husband. He's not going to admit it. Roseanne 2 Clear Green. I fell in love with these because I watch, I think at this point, who does not watch Nicole from Flower Hill Farm? Hope she's doing well with her journey. Voyage to Lavender. I mean, she makes the flower business and or a flower farm, just a lovely journey. And she was the one that said she was gonna start hers in a Thanksgiving. So I was like, oh, I'm going to do the same. And I know she had surgery for December, and you know, I had surgery right before Thanksgiving, and I was like, yeah, more power to you, girl. I don't know how you're doing it, because I couldn't move, because I've had one of her surgeries, and I was like, I can't do that. So she's a strong woman. I admire her. My hat goes off to her. Voyage to First Love. Voyage Pink 2. So I will probably most likely start all of these, and like I said, you can see that these are older. These are from 2022, so I have a mixture of 2022s and 2024s, but I'm going to still go ahead and do it. I'm a gambler. If you watch any of my videos, I mean, if you're new here, welcome. If you're not, thank you for still being here with me. I'm a gambler. I have seeds that are still from 2016, 2015, and you know, I moved into this house in 2010. So you know, I've been gardening in this house since 2010. So I started really collecting seeds, you know, pretty much since like 2012. So that tells you I've been on a long journey. All right, so here we go. So hibiscus, oh my god, I have pictures on my Instagram. If you don't follow me there, go follow me. In Instagram, we are heavy posters on Instagram. You know, you can keep up with us on a more up to date, you know, basis over there on Instagram. We also have a TikTok, we have a Pinterest, Threads, and you know, all the social medias we have. So go give us a follow over there. But this, oh my god, this went gangbusters. Oh my god, it was beautiful. I mean, I did this for my sister, and again, I'm gonna do it again for her as well. She brewed some for my husband. I know this has so many medicinal properties, and my husband fell in love with it. He loved it, and he loves cranberry juice, which is I read the abouts in the back. He loved it. He loved it. So I probably am gonna plant 2 versus just 1. The problem is where am I gonna put it? Because this grew into a tree. It was gorgeous. Eucalyptus, I grew it. I think it got toppled over. It got toppled over by peppers, I think. So I gotta find a good place to put it. This one is the silver dollar. Somewhere else I have another silver dollar from Johnny's. I probably will end up doing the Johnny's versus this one, because I don't know what reputable place this one is. But this says Park Seeds. I think I probably ended up getting this either from Amazon or who knows. But I'll probably end up doing the Johnny's, which I have over there in a different compartment. Lavender. I am going to end up growing every single lavender I have in this hand. Unless it's repeated, because I want lavender everywhere. I don't have space for all of it, but I will find it. I will find it. I do have a container in the front. We're in New York. I mean, if you don't know that, you know that. If you do, if you don't, you do. Bronx, New York, and it's cold. It's cold. I know there's colder places, so I'm not gonna sit here and complain. But when it's cold, I don't step a foot outside. But I have like a whiskey barrel, a wannabe whiskey barrel. It's plastic, but it's cute. And I have a couple of different. I think I have like three different kinds of lavenders growing, like kind of in the same space, in the same plot, and it's gorgeous. And they are in different stages, is the word that I'm looking for, of growth. And I think it's gorgeous because if one flowers, the other one's not there yet, and the other one's behind the other one. It's beautiful. But I want all of them, and I am not going to be able to pronounce these. Torch Minty Ice, and these are from either Baker Creek or M.I. Gardner. I do have this one out there. But I want more. I want more. Oh my God, I'm sounding very greedy, right? I want more. Elegance white. This one's from Johnny's. Elegance pink. Oh my God, just look at that. Elegance purple. This one. Now these apparently say that they need to be stratified. I don't stratify anything at all. I don't stratify, scartify, none of that. Whatever you need to do, either scratch, code, slip, snip, tuck. I don't do any of that. The only thing that I do is, you know, sew on the surface and all that stuff, that I'll do, but all that other extra stuff, I don't do any of that. Mimosa, this is, for me, this is just a novelty, honestly, because I want to grow this and be able to touch the plant, and for it to just like shrink up. That's it. That's all that is. I have a plant around here that's just losing its seeds. I don't know which one it is, but let's put it away before I keep losing any more of them. So I plan to grow everything in this little patch. Let's see. Over here we have Bells of Ireland. I tried growing this before. I don't know. I was thinking about not growing it, but now after reading the description, I want to smell it. It says a sweet apple-like perfume that is a delight to the senses and was originally cultivated for the use in a perfume. I want that. I want it. That's it. I just wanted to stick it in my nose. So I'm gonna try it. Now this was packaged for 2021. It is a seed from, oh my God, where is the seed from? It looks like it's an M.I. Gardner seed. So Echinacea. These are from Baker Creek. This is Paradiso Mix. I want all the colors. Green Twister. I have Green Twister, I think. I don't know if it's in the backyard. I have a coneflower in the back and in the front. I want this one so bad. I thought I had it. I don't know. Maybe I killed it. And I have purple coneflower as well. Comes back to me every year. So everything in this one as well, I am planning to grow. I will sit here and probably just sow everything. And then I will probably bring you guys back on Saturday because my husband's almost home, and I don't, it's not that I don't mind recording when he's home, but you know, he gets home, he gets tired, he's really tired, so I don't like to make too much of a fuss. So I'll bring you guys back on Saturday just to show you the end results, and I'll do the work, you know, quietly here as he talks to me about his long day. All right, so like I was telling you, Silver Dollar is the one that I'm gonna end up doing from Eucalyptus and Baby Blue. And I'm going to pick the ones from Johnny versus that gold package. I feel like this will be more reliable. And Rebecca. Oh my God, Rebecca. I have a love-hate relationship with Rebecca. It's been so hard for me to get Rebecca not started, but just going. I can get it started in here. But once I get it outside, I just don't know what happens. Again, another seed that they say that needs cold stratification. I don't do that. It's not that I can't, it's just that I won't. I'm a rebel. Call me a rebel. Caramel, these two are the same. Sahara, it looks just like this one, but it's just poofier. And then Cherry Brandy, I swear I had this one in the backyard. I don't know what happened. I have a picture of this. And it's the most beautifulest thing I've ever seen in my life. And I don't know what happened. I don't know if I ripped it up by mistake. I just don't know. But I need these in 2026. I need them in my garden. So whatever it is that I need to do to baby this, I have to do it. And then last but not least, oh my God, I went through this quicker than the herbs and everything. Like that should have been quicker. And the last thing, so I have about 5 things that are going to be novelty. Snapdragons. Between the snapdragons and the lisianthus, this probably is also going to go in Oh my god. These are also gonna go in this. Oh my god, the name just blanked out because these things are tiny. They're tiny. They're tiny AF. I'm going to use the method that Nicole uses, the toothpick method, because these things are so small. These are MI Gardner's seeds, and they were packaged for 2021. Oh my god, I lost some of them. I don't know which one lost. Oh, it was this one. The Tequila Sunrise seed is all over the place. Thank god I still have some inside. All right, so where would I put them? I don't know. I'll probably tuck them in between somewhere if I get lucky and any of them pop up. But I pretty much have every color that you can think of. I have Orange Wonder. Again, I have white Snowflake. I have two of those. Apparently love white so much. Rose. Apple Blossom. Orange Wonder. I think I said that one already. Rose. Apple Blossom. I love that. Okay, I got two of each. From Baker Creek, I got Tall Deluxe. They are so gorgeous though. But I brought them in the big box store in Home Depot because I'm telling you, I couldn't be bothered. But I wanted them in my garden just to see. But they never got big. They stood short and stubby. Maybe I just didn't do them any justice. Black Prince. And the one that's all over my table, which is Tequila Sunrise. So I'll try. I'm gonna put them in the soil block. There we go. See, I told you I would get them. And then from that company, the Park Seed, I also have one that's called Rocket Hybrid. So for right now, these are the cool weather and the perennials that I am planning to start. And it'll be started pretty much the same day as my herbs and the onions. So they're gonna be fighting for space. So I'm gonna do maybe another one of these. And then I'm going to soil block everything else. And we'll see. And then I'll just show you what the end product looks like. And that's it. It'll probably look, it's going to most likely look the same as everything else. So nothing new. Nothing new from here. But I'm excited. I just hope that everything comes out good. And that we are all, growing well, and that everything comes out well for all of us, because that's what I am praying for. That we all get a fruitful garden, whether you're growing vegetables, whether you're growing flowers, or whether you're growing both, because I feel that the garden should not only be fruitful, it should be beautiful. So let me go ahead and fill this up. Let me go ahead and make some soil blocks, and let me start doing this, because I also gotta find tags. So I'll see you in the tail end, whether it's today or it's on Saturday. And then we'll get editing all of this for you guys so you guys can enjoy it. Hey USG, welcome back to the channel. We are on day 2, talking about the flowers that we sowed for the 2026 season for our back and front yard garden. They are in soil. Finally, it is Saturday morning like I promised you guys, but I did sow them on Friday afternoon, so they technically been in soil for about a day. I do have them on the heat mat. They ended up making it to about, I'm gonna say, 2 of these little tiny flats. They are nestled in comfortably. Some of them are surface sown. Some of them are in soil blocks, which we'll talk about. All right. I didn't get as much as I wanted to, but you know, it is what it is. I ended up running out of some seeds, which I have to jump into some websites and order some more seeds. It's a problem. A problem of being addicted to buying some seeds, a problem of, you know, being like I have to have my tried and true, but that's a, you know, conversation for another time. But here we are. So we got a bunch of lavenders, which is the seeds that I got to go in and buy. We got some echinaceas, you know, some cone flowers, some silver dollars, some rudbeckias, which I ended up sowing some rudbeckias over here with my herbs. I ended up having a couple of empty spaces over here, which I got to figure out what to put there because I like to fill up a flat. So we'll see. I don't know if I'll put some more herbs over there, but we'll figure that out anyways. But if you don't see a tag here is because I ended up sewing two of a kind. So we'll see, fingers crossed, because with some varieties, I only had one because I ended up running out of seeds. So there's no room for error, you know, no margin for error. Is that the way you say it? And over here, we ended up soil blocking. Yeah, soil blocking, we'll see. You know, every year I try. Let's see if this is the year that we're successful. I don't know if we're going to be successful with the seed because most of them are a little out there in the year. But you know, they say seeds are good. Seeds are good for a while. So we'll see what happens. Anywho's, so we have 100 soil micro, let's say micro because those tiny ones, what is it, soil blocks here. And what we have here is the Lizzies or the Lizzianthus. I think they are on the left hand side, my left hand side. And over here we have snapdragons, if I'm not mistaken. But we will definitely know because I think snapdragons show their colors on underneath the leaf. I don't know. That's what I've heard. Correct me to filth in the comments if I'm wrong. So that's what we got going. So they are on the heat mat, and I'm keeping them nice and hydrated, especially these guys, because these guys get dry very, very, very quickly. And I'm keeping them nice and moist on the top. I will be bottom watering all of these as consistently as I can. These guys, I think, as you saw, I have them covered with this, I call it shower cap, but this is what I use to cover my sourdough. Well, not this one particularly, but I use these to cover. I have a bunch of them here. I brought some down just in case if this breaks. They come like this. I use that to cover my sourdough when I'm fermenting my sourdough. So I'm gonna put this back in a few once I'm done talking to you guys. So I just mist them on the top. That's usually the best way to water these guys, because if I water them on the bottom, they'll just break. So I just mist them on the top, keep them covered with this, and that keeps the moisture in, and then I'm keeping them nice and warm. And I just go ahead and mist all of them. Most of them, not all of them, are surface sown because they are tiny, tiny seeds. Besides, I think the cone flowers, and I think the hibiscus, but most of them are surface sown because they are like really, really small seeds. If I wasn't sure, I just asked Alexa and she told me, or if not, I looked at the back of the package seed and it told me how to sow it. But most of them are either surface sown or a 1/4 inch deep. But other than that, you know, it was pretty easy to sow these. What I did was I followed Nicole's trick. I just used a little cap with water and a toothpick to be able to pick up the seed because they're so tiny, and then I just placed it literally in the middle of the soil block and it was perfect. It actually went pretty quickly, And that was it. It was like literally bada bing, bada boom. And 1, 2, 3. And to do the soil block was really easy as long as the soil was really, really moist. I mean, I did those 100 soil blocks literally quicker than filling this up with soil. So, you know, like if this was to work for me, I mean, it would be night and day to, you know, to start seeds. It would probably be easier and it takes up less space. But, you know, that's pretty much it. So at this point, I'm just waiting to start seeing green from these, from these soil. Once I start seeing green, that'll be the excitement. And then we move on. Next would be the peppers. But this is what we got, guys. These will be the flowers for 2026 for right now. Next will be the peppers. But you guys would have to stay tuned to the channel to see those. Guys, you know what to do. Cultivate the subscribe button. Cultivate the like button. And as always, we love you. Stay tuned. We'll see you on the next video. And stay blessed. Until the next one, guys. Bye.